having this or not having. What up? What up, Brandon Hicks? Yo, Brandon, where in Greensboro can I find a Spanish supermarket, bro? My wife needs to make some sofritos. And up here, they ain't, in this country, there ain't no Spanish thing, bro. Sorry about that. How was your Saturday, Brandon? You. You. My Saturday's been good so far. Can't complain. Any day above ground is good there, right? But aren't you, Brandon, aren't you in Fayetteville? What part of NC are you in? I forgot. What up, Metro Gaming YT? Long time no see, little boy. Oh, you in Raleigh? All right. I'm like an hour away, an hour and a half away from here. I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh, that's cool. It's gonna rain again Tuesday and Wednesday. They know they rain that much in North Carolina. I think they didn't rain that much. Today's topic is gonna be freestyle, man. Just whatever you guys want to talk about. I want to have a topic for tomorrow. Or Metro, you'll get you what you do to your parents. You cut a pillow? Why you cut a pillow for? You were angry? And Brandon, you're asking for a topic. You're barely on a topic. You always go, what up, Brandon first and bounce. But that's all good. It's all good. That's you first. You don't know Metro? Come on. I know you're only 13, but you gotta know. Oh, you had a 20 in math. Yeah, you gotta study, kid. Can't fall behind. YouTube's just not gonna get you great, get you in college or whatever it is that you want to do. Oh, he's back. Like with a vengeance. Little 13-year-old said, he's back. I'm back. You want to leave? Come with me. Yeah. What's the topic? Right, guys. 11 years old. I'm sorry. I'll give you 2 years more. I'm sorry. Well, if you don't want to get a 20, you don't want your phone to be taken away. You gotta study, little buddy. Math is very important if you want to make, what you want to count you want to count your check. You want how much your boss gives you. You want to know how much money you make. I mean, how much hours you work. Hours that you work. But you got a good phone now. What kind of phone you had before? Oh, 11 Pro. Okay. What you had before? Yo, Angel, what up? Yo, Angel, what's a good Spanish a good Spanish supermarket I can buy the ingredients for sofrito in Greenboro, bro? I asked Brandon, but Brandon's from Raleigh. What up, Bobby Hill? International Foods. Let me see, what's that? Look it up here. Let me see. International Foods. International Foods. They got one in Raleigh. All I see in all I see in international food in Greensboro is not that. I got Gold Coast International Market. Snoop Dogg apologized to Gail. Oh, that's what it is. Gold Coast. Okay, I see it now. This is all basically Mexican, Angel. Look at that. Vita Malt. Mama's Choice. What is this? Jacob's Original. This is like a mini mart. Guanábanas. Damn. These guanábanas back in the day, but I was this picture was 10.58 a pound. That's International Foods in Raleigh. Bobby, I deleted it because I only wanted to make. I deleted the King Paco video because I only wanted to make a statement. I'm not gonna give him that much clout. I'm not gonna pay no mind to him. All right, got you and your pecan. You compare foods. Cool. But Bobby, I don't know why you say he apologized to Gail King. I don't know why what Snoop Doggy Dogg said to Gail King. So I wouldn't know how to react to that. I went the other day. What was it? Thursday to Charlotte. Take my daughter to the airport. That's a 12-hour drive. What's up, Juan White? I never seen you before, Juan White. Hit the like button, guys. Gray, we arrived tonight for you. You're with Alien. All right, great. All right, Juan. But did you subscribe, Juan? Because I never seen you before. Were you on another name? Because I know most of. I have a good memory. Gray said, "We arrived tonight for you." Blank for men, like for what? You cool and all, but no content since homie. What's the subject? Today's subject. I'm not doing any subject today. I'm just doing free for all tonight. It's going pretty good, ain't you? Quiet, like I expected. All right, Juan. That's what I wanted. Quiet. I didn't want anything. Blanks for men, like for what? You cool and all, but no contest since Omi. But Omi wasn't a contest for me. It was just something that I did. So what kind of context do you want, blank for men? Let me know. I want. Thank you. I do lives. I had a guest last week. I appreciate it, blanks. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. What's up, Axel? Haha, you call me King Paco. Oh. I saw the Omi video and heard about you. Now I haven't done an Omi video in a while because I don't want to get into it. You know, I still have some things that I could say about him, but Joko Popov, love listening, bro, from Australia. Hey, from Australia, how the hopping, Joko? Subscribe, Joko, if you haven't. Great having you here. I heard today that the fires they're being contained, which that's good. Then have you guys noticed that 30 million acres of land, a forest has been burned in Australia, and over 1 billion animals have died. That's sad. Now we gotta help Australia out. Even if you put $1 here, $2 there, $3 there, go to look Google Australia help, and support them. There are our brothers and sisters, though they're not in this continent, but they're in another. We do share the world. I just put a video up earlier on today, and I think that's gonna be my contest for this coming maybe Monday, President's Day. I don't know, President's Day. I should put who's the best president, right? I'm gonna do this week. I'm gonna go to a car. There's 2 car places here that does racing. So I'm gonna go to them, see if I can do a live with them, or do an interview with guys and look at the cars. I just wanna. I'm still doing the house, so I'm just waiting. Well, I saw today, Juan. that it was 1 billion animals passed that died. Australia is big, so you could imagine how many animals it has in that forest alone, and it burned 30 million acres. So just imagine all wildlife, not just koalas. You have snakes, you have snakes, you have scorpions, you have kangaroos, marsupials, pandas. No, the pandas in China. But it's sad. Like same thing happened in Australia, in Brazil. It's sad. But no, but Trump said there is. I don't even want to call him President Trump. Donald Trump says there is no climate change. There's a hoax. Hey, at least you got marsupials, right? 1 billion is a lot of animals. Yes, it is. Blanks, I was saying how many animals died in the Australian fire, man. I'm flatlining. Yo, that was a good movie. The last Flatliner that came out, that was a good movie. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you rent it or you get it through Kodi or whatever APK you got. Flatlining. That got me. That got me. I was cool. I like that, Blackson. Yo, Blanks, you subscribe to my channel? I don't see you in my subscription, man. So, Juan, you don't believe in climate change? You know what climate change is, right? We didn't get any snow this year. I mean, this year. Where you at, Juan? But it's still climate change. Look at that. Trump my joy. Sign up, yo. Trump my joy. You have to at least subscribe, man, because with a name like that. Yeah, no, I just came from New York, Juan. It didn't snow that much this year, but it's still cold. And Trump says, I'm a Republican. We don't believe in that climate change crap. Why don't you believe in that climate change? Actually, you have to explain it to me. Because if you believe it because Donald Trump doesn't believe it, and then you can't say you're Republican. Tell me you're Republican because you're conservative and you believe in all that. But do not tell me you don't believe in climate change because of Trump. Please, please, please don't go there. Please. Yeah, I know that one. Why the climate change is due to pollution? A lot of pollution. It's our ozone layer is getting down. If you look at the reports coming out from Antarctica, our glaciers are melting at an astonishing rate. If those glaciers were to melt, a big ass glacier was to melt. But Trump, my joy says he doesn't believe in climate change. Look at this. Trump says that I don't believe in fake news, CNN, liberals, climate change. The climate change on its own, nothing to do with people. So you don't believe that all this air and all this pollution, all these cars doing emissions, all this I say aerosol, all these trucks, everything that's going on in the air itself that man has made. It's not changing the climate. The earth is going farther and farther from the sun every year. One thing doesn't have to do with another. I mean, understand I grasp the concept that the farther away you're from the sun, that would happen, but it has nothing to do with it because if the farther away you are from the sun, that means that places that are cold will still be places that are hot will be cold. So if it moves maybe 1/10 of an inch every day, is a different weather, of course. Well, Trump, I guess you went to school, right? And you do know that there's something called as an ozone layer, right? And you know what an ozone layer is? So thousands and thousands of scientists have said that the glacier that we have a climate change. And even before Donald Trump became president, we were fighting a climate change before. That's why Greenpeace was here. That's why this guy was I forgot his name, but that's before Donald Trump even became president. We were fighting climate change, and now everybody was okay, Greenpeace and all that. And now Donald Trump becomes president. He doesn't believe in climate change, but the Republican says we don't believe in climate change. I bet you Trump, my joy, used to watch CNN all the time, and now he doesn't watch CNN because it's fake news and it's a liberal station. But he watches Fox, which is a very, very Trump station. But he watches that, right? I know what that is, Juan. So once those pollution hits up the air, once that breaks, it breaks everything because you're breaking a cycle. So where it's supposed to be warm is hot. When it's supposed to be hot is warm. There's a reason for that. The ozone layer protects us from radioactivity from the sun, but it's more than that. Anik Khan, what's up? So all those scientists either have a political agenda or mostly it's just a theory. I don't think so. But I respect your opinion, Trump. I'm not saying, but I was a whiz in science, and that's the one thing I went to a bright high. I went to Bronx High School of Science, and I can tell you there is a climate change. What up, JJ Jarek 2020? Anik Khan, what's up? Oof. Have you subscribed, Anik? That CNN's liberal. CNN. So CNN is liberal. MSNBC is liberal. Anything that goes against Trump is fake news. I know, but it has nothing. That's different. Juan, we're not. This isn't a shield that's to protect us from things going out, or you can't go out, or you can't come in because asteroids come in. I don't know, Dominic. I missed you. Yeah, like I missed a bullet in my head. I know what I know what it is, Juan. But thank you for the insight. You're taking me back to school though, 30 years ago. So Trump. So you're gonna vote for Trump again? But Trump, CNN. So CNN, the point is climate change. That's the point. You're trying to give me a lesson in school. That's what it is, Juan. It's climate change. But like I said, I respect your opinion. You don't believe in climate change. It's cool. You're still my boy. So Trump, my joy. So when CNN says that Trump is lying, that CNN does this and they do the fact check and do that, so that's all fake. You forgot the question mark. And so, what's your point? And here goes Trump. He fires two of the people that testified against him. That's funny though. Talk about retribution, huh? Well, Trump hates everybody. Trump doesn't like anyone that doesn't go with him. And Trump, look, Trump's speeches are remedial. He has nothing educated to say. Nothing educated comes out of his mouth. We need a president like Trump. No, I don't think so. We could do better than Trump. The Republicans can do better than Trump. The Republicans had a better candidate than Trump. Well, Trump Majoy. Look, Trump Majoy. There's evidence. They got evidence that he held military funds for his political agenda. Because why didn't he do this 2 or 3 years ago? Because Biden wasn't in the picture for running for president, right? But now he has Biden coming after him. Biden become president, so he wants to do this about him. Come on. How many countries taking advantage of the United States and will destroy yours if they had the chance? A lot. But no president's going to let any country hit us, whether Republican or Democrat. Look, Trump, there was evidence because the evidence was there. There was the transcript. The transcript was there. Okay. So the transcript were there. Um, um, McBaney, whatever it is, he didn't charge Trump because he said under the DOJ rules, a sitting president cannot be charged. So he said, I'll leave that up to Congress. So that right there is telling you, yes, we do have something against him. We do have something on him, but we can't do anything because under the DOJ it won't allow us. So a lot of countries take advantage of the United States, but still, he's not doing anything special. You still haven't heard from the farmers that's been hurting. You still haven't heard from the manufacturer sector that's been hurting because of his ideas. All these people, all these countries, or like I say, all these economists saying, that not all, some, the economy is good, but the economy was already good when if you look at when Obama took over, the economy was going up. At the last 4 years, the economy was going up, unemployment was going down. The economy was going up, unemployment was going down. I doubt that, Juan, but who knows? Yeah, farmers can grow, but they weren't good. They weren't doing anything with the China deal because that's what the most export is. They, you know what? Trump, my joy, he is impeached. They tried to impeach him on for abuse of power. He's already impeached. There's no walking away from that. He's impeached. Put it this way: if Mike Bloomberg wins the Democratic elections for the primary and he becomes the candidate, he's going to beat Trump easily. No, Juan, Lurd, no. What up, JJ? What you doing? He's not guilty. He's not guilty of the charges, but he is impeached. People, if you're gonna talk. Look, the House of Representatives has this. This is the difference. The House of Representatives have the sole power to impeach. The sole. That means that the word "sole" means it all. Says it all. That means that the Senate cannot invoke, or do anything about that because they have that right. And the Senate has the sole power to decide whether he stays in office, he's found guilty, or he's get kicked out of office. That's the Senate's power. And the House of Representatives cannot do anything about that. So if the House of Representatives impeached you, that means you're impeached. Now it goes to the Senate. Now the Senate decides to take that impeachment, either to kick him out of office, saying you have to go, or find them not guilty. Those are the only two things. Or find them guilty and keep them, or just say you cannot be here and find them guilty and kick him out. That's the Senate's job. He's already impeached. Yes, he can. He can run for president again. Trump, my joy, they dismissed the charges for what he was being accused of, but the Senate already impeached him. I mean, the House of Representatives already impeached him. The Senate cannot overturn that. The courts can even overturn that because it's in the Constitution. Oh, put it this way, he's impeached now. If he decides not to run in the next election, and 4 years from now he decides to run it, you can, because you're only allowed 2 terms. So either 2 terms consecutive, you can go out and then you do another 4 years. You can do that. Joe Juan, but this is not court. This is not criminal court. Okay, Congress. People, look it up, man. If you don't think Donald Trump was impeached, he's impeached. He's still in office. Bill Clinton was impeached. He was still in office, but the Senate found Clinton not guilty, but he was impeached. Yeah, but still, he has the president. He still has the power, but that goes with an asterisk. And you went as a president, you wouldn't want that as an asterisk. You can say, who is the greatest president of all time? Boom, asterisk. It's like Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds hit so many home runs, but boom, there you go. You look him up. That's an asterisk. He's not even in the Hall of Fame because of the steroids. Yeah, but Juan, when you find someone guilty in a criminal court, you go to jail. When you find someone guilty in Congress, that in itself, like I said, you cannot. The DOJ said you cannot charge a sitting president. That's why they didn't go after him. Why do you think? What if you think Donald Trump hasn't even given you his tax return? Not because he keeps saying I'm on the audit, because on the audit law you can still got information. It's because if he shows you his tax return, he's going to show you that he doesn't pay any federal taxes. So how is that going to look? A president of the United States not paying federal taxes, while you, the hardworking citizen, Democrat, liberal, conservative, whatever you guys want to call yourself, are paying taxes. My enemies will try to remove me, and they failed. No, the same thing happened with Bill Clinton. You know how hard it is for your own Senate. Come on, Jake. Come on, Trump. You got to be smarter than that. You have a Senate full of Republicans, and the only Republican that went against it was Mitt Romney, and Mitt Romney said it. So put it that way. So the whole house is full of Republicans. Of course, your own kind is going to say no. Still, even though Juan, they're gonna try 1,000 times harder. It's a Republican run Senate. They're not gonna impeach their own. I mean, they're not going to find them guilty. No, they're not gonna do it. Think about it. You gotta think about it. And plus, it's an election season, and they want to get elected. So if they go against Trump, those people who voted for Trump will vote against them. All right. And plus, Trump said whoever goes against him is going to be on a pike. Their head's going to be on a pike. He's straying his own people. Come on. If you are a true Republican, you're a true Democrat, and you believe in the system, and you believe what he did was wrong, I would still kick him out. I don't care about my seat, because most of these people that are most of these people who are in the Senate are lawyers, so they have a degree. They can go back to law. Abuse of power, so in other words, felonies and misdemeanors. Abuse of power is not the abuse of power alone is not it. But when you go and you do it for your own political agenda, for your own personal use, that is a crime. I don't think it was an embarrassment. I think they did a good job, but that's just my opinion, and I'm not even a Democrat. I just love the law, and I know under the law, he did commit a crime, but to which his own, right? Now, what she did, Juan, I do agree. She shouldn't have done that. There are other ways. There are other ways you can show your dissatisfaction, or you can show your feelings towards the president. You didn't have to rip that up. That to me was disrespectful. And like I said, I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat. Well, Juan White, of course they succeeded, because he's impeached. They know that any Republican, anyone that knows about the law knows that it was an uphill battle when it reached the Senate, because the Senate is Republican. They're all Republican. So the Republicans are not going to vote against their own. It doesn't matter what he did, or it doesn't matter what anyone did. Even if there were crimes committed there, they will still not impeach Donald Trump, because he's a Republican. They're going to go with their own. I'm just going. Put it this way: even when Clinton was president, they impeached him. Republicans and Democrats that weren't after him. Put it this way: the same law that applied to Clinton, and your guys over there, and the Republican, your head guy there, he was so hung up on Clinton that when it came, the same law that he applied to Clinton didn't apply to Trump. So he ate his own words about impeachment, how the process should go, should be a fair trial. He went against all that. Rich McConnell, he went against all that. Look at Rich McConnell's speech 25 years ago when Bill Clinton was president. Look at all the stuff that he talked about the same thing. And now, 25 years later, he takes all those words that he said about Bill Clinton, or the process, how the process should be. He took everything back. So don't tell me that he was not that they went hard on him, but at the end of the day, they got what they wanted, which is the impeachment. They knew, and everybody and their mother knew, that that the Senate was not going to find them guilty. We all knew that, but we're satisfied with the impeachment process. Well, I'm satisfied with the impeachment process. Nah, Trump won't get elected again. You see. He may really do things that go. All right, Mama Panocha, what are the things that Trump promised that he hasn't done?
Really? Oh my God.
What kind of business you're in, Juan?
Ya. Ven aquí, hazme un favor. Métete allá abajo y chequete, da para hacer el cable negro. Y pues se puede tapar más rápido. Es que estaba por ahí, yo no sé.
Well,
Eso no es.
well, banks, I'm not giving credit just like that, Juan.
Eso se cayó. No, esto no es.
And the real estate business, that goes up and down. That fluctuates. Today can be great, and tomorrow can just go completely down. So it doesn't matter which president it is. It has to do with the interest rate, what the Federal Reserve is giving out.
Este parece que es de papi.
El único negro que hay es mío, no de él.
El negro de ella. Échalo para allá, ya.
Sí, eso no lo debe. Dámelo.
Espérate. Que la intención es dejarla caer por eso.
Dale. Hasta que ya.
Por razón se cayó.
Ya no.
Deja que no.
The money's flowing, but yet we still have the debt ceiling is up the roof 3 times of what it was when Barack Obama was there. But Juan White, if you look at statistics, jobs were already going up when Barack Obama was leaving office. Well, if Bloomberg wins, he's gonna beat Trump easily. Because Bloomberg is it's a smarter man. I don't like Bloomberg, but Bloomberg's way smarter than Donald Trump. One, he may not have done that. He may not have done a lot of things, but in his last 4 years, he did a lot. The economy was going up. The economy, just look at it. You don't have to look at what I say. Just go on the internet and Google his last 4 years. The economy was going up. Unemployment was already going down. So everything that everything that Donald Trump got, he inherited. Yeah, but Mama Panocha, he has a business in Texas, but the construction business, like I said, goes up and down. Goes up and down. Don't believe that Obama. I'm not, but I'm not. But Juan, I'm not believing because Obama said so. It's in writing. No, I like Bernie. Bernie has a better chance to win than Bloomberg, but I would vote for Bernie over Trump. The only thing I don't like about Bernie is his college for all. I could think maybe a vocational school for all, but not college for all. Everybody's not college material. So, to pay college for everybody, I mean, I prefer we need We need, you need plumbers, you need electricians, you need AC guys, HVAC guys, you need those kind of people. Scientists and mathematicians will come and go. Not come and go, but you would have them there. You just have to make sure that they stay here. But Mama Ponacha, you still haven't told me what Trump promised that he hasn't done. Because that all Trump does is talk, 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 talk. But you guys, I don't know. How can you guys even go after a man who doesn't even know his English is remedial? He talks like he's a little 2-year-old. He makes fun of people. That's what you guys like, a bully? I mean, I understand someone who takes no crap for nobody. Listen, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this my way because the last 4, 8, 10, 20 years, this hasn't gone up. Look, when Bill Clinton was president of the United States, he left the White House. He left this country in a surplus. And he's not a businessman. He's a lawyer. In a surplus. Came George Bush, knocked it all down, and we went to a recession. Okay? So here it comes. Donald Trump is supposed to be such a businessman that we're not even close to a surplus.
Yeah.
Juan White, not everyone's going to be a doctor and a lawyer. That makes no sense. But to give college free to everyone, let's just say you want to go to college and you want to become an accountant, right? And in your 3rd year, you decide that you don't want to become an accountant. You just want to drop out. So they go 3 years that we pay for nothing. But if you get an apprenticeship or if you get a 2-year college where you can become an electrician, you can become something of a you got a trade. A trade is much more better because if you love science, if you love law, you're gonna become a lawyer. You're gonna become a doctor. So even if you go in debt, but that's your dream. But there are people who can't go to trade school for whatever reason it is, because either some state don't offer what New York offers, or some state don't offer what Florida offers, or some state don't offer what California offers. Juan, I said I'm not in. I don't want. I said Juan. I said I don't want college free for everybody. No, I don't want that. But I believe if your son Juan wants to be a plumber, but you can't afford to send him to a trade school, and he wants to go, then he should go. I know that was so, King Roberto. And like I said, that's true. College doesn't promise you anything. College doesn't guarantee that you're going to succeed. Like King Roberto said, I forgot to say about that. It gives you a degree, but doesn't mean you just because you apply to just because you became a lawyer doesn't mean you're going to be a great lawyer. Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're going to become a great doctor. But if you have a dream and that's what you want to be and that's what you want, you will succeed. So you don't need that. There's a lot of people out there who don't have college degrees, and that's a sex form of life, who are millionaires. You can have someone who started off breaking cement, and 10 years later, breaking cement has led him to doing pipes, doing drywall, doing this that he knows. He opens up his own little business, and boom, he makes it without a college degree. Exactly. You're gonna want it just as more as the next man. Come on, Phil. What stage your cousin in? That's not really true. Because if it is what I think you're joking, Phil. Come on. Yeah. a lot of people work as laborers, Juan, and that's how you become. Look, I saw this one guy came from Mexico. He was a helper in a trucking company. Then he went, and then from a trucking company, he went to driving truck for that company, and then he opened up his own trucking company. So you're gonna have to want it. I don't care. A college degree doesn't do anything for you unless that's what you want. You really do. Bloomberg. Joe. The only reason that Bloomberg would beat him is just because he's a billionaire. And Joe, even though that stop and frisk was clearly for black and brown people, and you see it that way, but it did work because if you live in New York, most people that are packing are either Hispanics or blacks, and that's a fact. That is true, Kim Roberto. You're gonna have to want it. You have to want anything that you want in life. I tell my kids, if you work at McDonald's and you start off as a McDonald's and you start working there, you blah blah blah. Look, put it this way. This is what I tell my kids. At my age, if I want to, at my age, if I work at McDonald's, I'm gonna work at McDonald's. The next thing I'm gonna work at is to become a McDonald's manager. And then after that, it's to own my own McDonald's. Though you don't make that much money, from what I understand, from what I read, as a business owner, as an owner of McDonald's. But that you get my point. Yeah, I know what about those who are packing. I understand that, Joe. But the crime rate was at 1,000 some odd murders per year, and it went all the way down to what, 400, 300. I understand your point. I really do. But I come from a place in the Bronx, and I lived in Staten Island before I left, that most of the people that were packing there were blacks and Hispanics. In front of my eyes, in front of my kids' eyes, two guys were shooting at each other. Well, they were blacks in the corner, and then 2 months later, before I left here, a Puerto Rican kid got killed in the corner. I understand what you're saying, Joe, but you have to look at it. You have to look at it from another perspective. You have to look at it. There were people that he took a lot of people. Yes, a lot of people were that didn't get. It's unfortunate that those who didn't work back, they got profiled because of the color of the skin. But at the end of the day, it did work. It's called collateral damage. Everything can be peaches and cream, unfortunately. If we knew that, we'd just put x-rays on cops and say, you know what? Just look at them, and that was packing. Let's go. But I understand you. Well, it worked for New York. If you look at New York, look at New York's murder rate. I mean, if you ask me, Bill de Blasio it's even more dumber than Bloomberg. And he has 8 years as the mayor. I don't approve of Bloomberg. I didn't like Bloomberg. I think he's an idiot, like you said. But that in itself, that frisk at the beginning, I was against it. Even I was like, well, he's only targeting a certain kind of people, which is black and Hispanics. But as I saw it at 3 years, 4 years down the road, I saw it and I'm like, wow. The murder rate went from 1,000 to 800 to 500 to 4, whatever it is, or whatever it was. So it's like this, Joe. The no bail in New York for low crimes, for low misdemeanor, for low felonies in New York. If you have if you don't have a violent felony, or if it doesn't fall under a certain felony, you get no bail. I know it was unconstitutional, Joe, but it worked. It's like this. It's like when the white police officer choked Garner to death. They were found not guilty. Not guilty. And we all saw that he was guilty. We all saw the cop choking the shit out of Gardner. He said, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And then when he wasn't breathing, now the EMT, if you saw the video, EMT didn't do anything. No one gave him CPR. No one did anything. Justice system is not correct. I mean, the other day, what was it? That's what I wanted to talk about the other day, about the justice system. Is it fair? And you know, the justice system is still not fair for us Latinos and for us blacks. It's just not fair. When will it be fair? I have no idea. Oh, I know that, Joe. I know that. I agree with you, Joe. I totally agree with you. He didn't do. I agree with you. He didn't do anything for the blacks and Latinos in New York at all. At all. He still hasn't done anything. I mean, well, he didn't do anything. And for him to come out now and say, I'm for Black America, no, he's just playing the race card so people can vote for him. That's why I won't vote for him. A cookout would probably be a beatdown. What up, Cup? What up, UK Strain? Oh, I know that. But Joe, they failed to see that. They failed to see that Black and Hispanics are the majority of this country. And the white race has become the minority. But someone hasn't woken up and told them that yet. What up, Cup? What up, UK? So for all you guys who've done the income taxes and you had a earned income credit or child income credit, starts today. So expect your money within 7 to 14 days. I say maybe 8 days if everything's all right. But you know, a lot of people like to talk a lot of things, but UK say Phil Bill says my cousin was a complete prune, banging tin cans and nice plumber. He's a keep the dream came true. Earlier on, he said something different. He said the opposite. Who do you like, Joe? If you're gonna vote, if you was to vote right now, who would you vote for? Yeah, you, King Umberto. Tupac towards the end, Tupac was a wise guy. He spoke a lot of truth. Yeah, that's true. Because if you come look at it, the president, that's true, Joe. The president is a puppet. At the end of the day, Congress does whatever the hell they want to. Right? Nothing ever goes our way. If things were to go our way, then police officers that abuse their power will go to jail. People that did you see that video where that kid got chokehold by the cop? The black kid got a chokehold, a 15-year-old kid got a chokehold by a cop. He lifted him up. All he got was suspended. Instead of getting fired, instead of getting arrested, instead of being charged, none of that.
Ready. Ahí ya están.
Ana-chan, qué pureza. How you doing, Ana-chan? If we all blacks, Italian, blacks, Latinos, if we all rose, this country wouldn't be the way it is. And trust me, if we believe that if we vote, we make a vote. If we vote, we make a count. Nah. Ana Chan, you said, I know you're from Brazil, Anna. You said, let me see what you said. Que poraiza? That means what the fuck? So when I said, do you curse all the time? So yeah. Sorry. $18 until my battery is full. Everybody went blank. Everybody went blank. Everybody went blank. So everybody went back. Voz se amoticó a todo, a tempo todo. Did I say it right? Anna Chang? So you have a Spanish name and Chan that's Asian. Well, guys, so this has been a pleasure. This stream is going to end because not too many people are here today. So, guys, subscribe. Peace out, people.